Everybody rock your body. We are ready to go for the start of a new season then, or at least close to it. We got all the off-season, mindless, soulless stuff set up, as well as all the preseason goals for the season, all that fun stuff. Only thing left to do is to bring in a couple of veteran cap whales, which this year will be 40-year-old Matthias Ekholm. The big contract for Ekholm. And after that, I actually don't know who else we're going to hire because there's a bunch of 37-year-olds. DeMello, Parayko, or Cousins? Well, definitely not Nick Cousins. Let's give the money to Dylan DeMello. Let's give that money to Dylan DeMello. There you go. Beautiful. So I am very intrigued to see what this team is going to look like this season. We're not going to worry about the lines yet because we got to get that preseason training in there. But I am intrigued to see what's going to happen because we won a good amount of games last year. Our coach doesn't think we're guaranteed to make the playoffs, which isn't surprising. We are going to run the conditioning focus this season, try to work a little bit more on skating and everything. And then we'll see where we stand here in a moment. But I tend to think we're going to be worse this year than we were last year. We'll see. But I don't know. I just have a hunch that's the way it's going to go down. But let's take a look at the team. We do have a couple of players we got to send down. Of course, Ivan Kovic at a 93 overall, which is absolutely outstanding. Again, he's a beast. And then, of course, the Mongoose as the backup. System, Coyle, Hronek, and Koristin, which is good. Defensively, it is Lynn, Young, Cripps, Hallin, Lieb, and then Mottinen. He's 20 years old. This is really his only shot at developing. You could argue it's doing us a disservice because we'd have 70 overall Monador in there instead, but we're going to try it. Now, initially I thought we were going to play Mottinen at forward, but I no longer think that's the plan because we have another rookie, Robert Markstrom, who, we are going to prioritize the development of him. But we got Woolley, Markstrom, Paré, McKenna's up to a 93, Layman's an 87. Again, 5th round pick. Absolute monster. Double third eye. Miles Layman. He's opened the 4th eye. You got York, Hedman. Drops off a bit from there. Again, I thought Kuba might be our rookie focus. You could argue send him down to the AHL, but he's at such an age where we just got to kind of go for it with him, you know? Although maybe not. Maybe not. What did we set his goal to? To challenge for the Calder. Maybe we send him down, though. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Just because we are definitely going to run Markstrom as that Calder candidate. Maybe we send down the other guys and then save their Calder season in the rookie year. How does someone have duplicate abilities? So if you set a preseason challenge for that ability, it does not stop them from potentially developing that ability on their own throughout the season, which is exactly what happened. It's a bit of an oversight from EA. That's for sure. You know what? Let's actually go with that idea. We're going to call up Monador for Mottinen and save Mottinen's NHL rookie season. Might mean he never develops, but it is what it is. We will send down Kuba for the same reason. And, of course, centers, Misa, Vico, Reefers, and Kaufman. Let's see, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We still need to send down 2 forwards. Maybe it's Gardner and Hakela. Maybe it is. Maybe we do go off of, maybe we go off of overall a little bit. Yeah, you know what? So Delmore, you're going to get the call up. We're going to send down Gardner, Hakela, and Kaufman. Gardner and Hakela would have to go through waivers. Hakela's 22, a 68, low elite. Not ideal to lose him. Gardner's a 21, 66, medium elite. Okay, well, I really don't want to lose them on waivers then. We can send down Kaufman. Let him play in the AHL. I guess Ivanov as well. And Bernard Paré is also a low elite. Damn. So Delmore's not going to get the call up then. So we're having to make some tough choices here. Not totally ideal, but it is a good sign of like team progress, you know? So if we look, we want Markstrom on that top line with Misa and McKenna. Lehman, Vico, York works for me. You could also argue Hedman for the goal scoring ability. And he's got that 5-star shooting category. York is solid, though. Yeah, you know, it's really not that bad. Let's see here. Nobody's a natural center for the fourth line. Go Paré, Hakela, or Paré, Gardner, Hakela. Everyone there's in their natural position, so that's fine. Hedman, Vico, Lehman, McKenna, Misa, and Markstrom. Works for me. Try to get Markstrom Rookie of the Year if we can. Defense is Young and Lynn. I think Brock Cripps needs to be up there. Not totally pumped about that, but honestly, that works. Young, Cripps, Holleen, Lynn, Lieb, and Monador. What does that have the power play set to? Misa, McKenna, Lehman, Young, and Lynn. Vico, York, Reefers. Okay. Doing a franchise where you can only keep 3 forwards, 2 demon, and 1 goalie on your team, and you have to cut trades. It's hell. That sounds like hell, to be honest. Basically, a super expansion draft. I'm hoping I don't regret not having Markstrom on the power play. I might. I'm hoping I don't. AHL. Gotta go best lines. We need Kari Matanen to be playing. Swomanen can take a seat. Anybody else in that we care about? Kuba, Leighton, and Koriston. Take out Hronik. He's not going to get much better. So for the forwards, we need to take out Landeskog. He's not ours. And we'll put in Leighton. And do I have another forward? I actually don't have another forward to get rid of. It'll be Butler just because we know he's medium AHL. And we got Kuba in there. It is still probably worth sorting the forwards by potentials. So let's take the time really quickly to get that done, because otherwise Kuba's not probably going to get the ice time. There is an argument as well for, again, optimizing the power play, and honestly, I probably should. It might be a little, I think it could easily be considered laziness to not optimize the power play to make sure like Kuba and company are there. So, Hendricks. God, yeah, a lot of medium bottom 6s. I didn't realize how many we had. Ivanov's a medium 9. So was Leighton? Yes. Emmeline's a low 9. So he'll be right there. Kaufman, I believe, is a medium 6. He is, and a medium bottom 6 for Delmore. So it is not the most impressive team. Not at all. But we'll see if we can make it work. We'll see. So Ivanov, Kaufman, and Kuba. It's power play. Kaufman, Ivanov's there. Kuba has power play time too. Cool. So we should be good. Oh, defense. Just don't be stupid. Sami Piespanen isn't ours. We will do Martinen and Westcott. Gray is what's going on. There's Westcott. We'll take out Matthias Ekholm for Mr. Martinen. That way, every prospect we care about in the AHL has that better ice time. They have that power play time. NHL-wise, there's a lot of different arguments you can make about who should be getting what bit of ice time. But, again, 41 wins last year. Ooh, we're actually going to have a new head coach. It's going to be Wheeler. It's going to be Wheeler. Crazy. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. No complaints. Except we need goalie coaches. That's a complaint that I have. Teaching. Get Gabriel Pisani. Father of Fernando, judging by this guy's age. And then you, Carter Duffy. AHL goalie coach. There we go. And I don't think I optimized the scouts yet either. I didn't. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. We need a QMJHL scout. We only have 14 scouts right now, but we'll make it work. Let's go for the Q, one for each of the US. We need an ice scout, and then we'll have one scout to run in the second location. We'll probably do the dub again. I feel like the dub has... that's actually kind of close, but yeah, we'll go with the dub. There we go. All right, will we win 41 games again? And people were asking about them again. Unfortunately, I can't even go in and edit them. But for those who haven't seen the totally original and unique unis that we've had, hopefully we get to see these in playoff action sooner rather than later. Again, I'd totally go back and change the collar on the home jersey to not replicate the totally original collar that we could have otherwise, especially the alternate, the totally original alternate. Yeah, I didn't know that you couldn't edit that stuff anymore unless owner mode was on. I don't know why they changed that, but it is what it is. Let's see what happens for the San Francisco Mighty Buys this season, as we got Pisani in as a coach, Carter Duffy as well, and we will see. We will see if we can get a Calder winner this year, especially if Markstrom were to win the Calder, we would be in a pretty good spot. Honestly, we're in a pretty good spot already. We're hovering around 500. We're actually over 500 heading into November for the first time ever, which is just ridiculous, to be honest. But, all right, Pierre Mathot does not become a playmaker. You disappointed me, Pierre. Radoslav Kuba does not become a playmaker. You've disappointed me and Philip. Philip Kuba, who I was a big fan of for no reason in particular. Stefan Riefers has learned how to play left wing, which is good. Alexander Yamelin does not add a secondary position. Damn it. Playoff hockey. Oh, there, don't hold your breath on that one. But technically, we're on pace. Bo Rivers does not add a secondary position. Damn. Russ Hendricks learns how to play right wing, so that's good. Very nice. Henrik Hedman doesn't learn his secondary position because why would he? Marcos Anderson learns right wing. Okay. And we've only had one successful player type change, and that is not ideal. Raymond Woolley. No secondary position change. Fair enough. Oh my God, how many more players do we have? Dallas Lieb can now play right D. Way to go, Dallas. Is that finally it? Yes. Cool. So nothing is stopping us. Nothing is stopping us now. I'll get till Sweeney finally gets fired. Yeah, it's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. But, yeah. All right. 13-11-0. Start of December. 8-2 win over Buffalo. We are currently in a playoff spot, by the way. This could be the first season. I mean, I got to figure we have 3 very strong defensemen, a top-notch goaltender. Really, in general, goaltending's not bad at all. Couple of superstar forwards. And it's looking like that's enough. I mean, there have been some big, high-scoring games, but I mean, we're on a 6-game winning streak right now. Make that 7. 8 wins in a row. Happy New Year. 9 wins in a row. 10 in a row. 11. And that is where it ends with the loss to Tampa Bay. 2 straight seasons with a 10-game winning streak, by the way, which is hilarious. Damn. Still no overtime losses either. Well, honestly, I don't even think we have to look at the draft right now because I don't think the draft is going to be all that important for us, right? It's certainly not looking like it is going to have to be this big focus. 33-19-0. We are a streaky team, currently in a wild card spot, now up to 2nd in the division. So the division is pretty hotly contested currently. Dude, when this team gets rolling, holy, can we string the wins together? We won 41 games last season. We secured 41 wins a week before the trade deadline. This might somehow be a 50-win team. We probably shouldn't be a 50-win team, but it's looking like we might be. Which is, that's something. That is something. Oh, man, watch Jack be a sub 900. I can't imagine he is if we're doing this well, though. Like, there's just no way if we're doing this well. You know what they say? The best defense is a relentless offense. Well, that's what we're built for. We're not going to be able to catch the Edmonton Oilers for the division title. But we are currently in 2nd place. And for the first time, the San Francisco Mighty Buys have made the playoffs. With over a week to spare in the season, we are playoff bound. And will be hosting the Anaheim Ducks in the first round of the playoffs. How do you like that? It will be Oilers and Canucks. Mighty Buys against the Ducks. Golden Knights against the Blackhawks. And Avalanche against the Blues. On the other side, it is Bruins and Sens, Habs and Leafs, Panthers and Devils, Flyers and Islanders. Fucking excuse me? Michael Misa and Gavin McKenna. 136 points for Jar Jar with 65 goals. Holy. We'll talk about the stats in a minute. I wanted to see the team stats overall. Well, let's get to how the players did. Let's take a look. Gavin McKenna, as we already saw, 117 points, 49 goals, up from 82 and 19 goals. He scored 30 more goals. I mean, his shooting percentage doubled. Michael Misa, from 28 goals to 65. Jesus. Still a career minus 207. But he's almost a point per game player in his career now. And then somehow Robert Markstrom only had 33 points next to the two of them. Plus 31. Figure that one out. Probably not winning the Calder. Henrik Hedman, for the second season in a row, develops Silver Schneip. This time, though, he's not a 77-78 overall, so he might keep it. 35 goals this year. He is a pretty damn solid goal scorer, that's for sure. That is for sure. Tony Vico, 61 points, only up from a little bit from what he had last year, but again, last year he was playing on the top line. Not a bad season at all for the Vico. And then, gold third eye, silver third eye, Miles Lehman, 64 assists to go gold. Not bad for a 5th round pick. Not at all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Jesus Christ, this offense. Rod York, 51 points, up from the 42 last year. Stefan Reefers, up from 28 points to 51. He was still a minus player. And then Raymond Woolley, yet again, put up 26 points. On the fourth line, Bernard Pare, 16 points and a plus 10. Technically improved on what he did last year with his 9 goals and 1 assist. Damian Gardner, down from the 11 points he had last season, but improved in plus minus by 10. And then Nico Heikkila, almost doubled his point total from last season. That's not too bad. What a weird team to freaking get 50 wins, man. Defensively, oh baby. So Austin Young, Down from the 51 points he had last year as a forward. Did get 38 points and was a plus 28. Craze, take it easy, by the way. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Brock Cripps finally had a big season. I could have sworn his goal was third eye related. But 66 points. Very good. Hugo Haline, just 15 assists. That's disappointing, given his passing ability. And then Ryan Lynn does develop silver third eye with 47 assists, 54 points. Our power play had to have been crazy. 9 goals for Dallas Lieb. Okay. Pretty consistent goal scorer. And then Daryl Monador existed. He existed. For the goaltending, 917 with 7 shutouts and a 275 GAA for Ivan Kovic. With Mongoose, a 932 in 20 games. Holy. We love stellar goaltending. And then in the AHL, for the hell of it, not too much development amongst that top line in terms of overall changes, but a very surprising season, to say the least. Again, 54 wins. We're playing Anaheim in the first round. We were the second best team in the NHL. One of just 3 teams to win 50 games. Our goals for second highest in the league, only behind Edmonton. We were one of 2 teams alongside Edmonton to score at least 300 goals. Goals against, 4th lowest in the league, only behind Colorado, Boston, and Anaheim. Our power play, second in the league at 30%, only behind Edmonton. Our penalty kill at 84%, which was up there, but not like top 8. In terms of league-wide scoring, what do we got for league-wide here? Captain Jar Jar has led the NHL in scoring. McDavid second, McKenna third, Draisaitl, Bouchard, of course, Pasternak's there. Pasternak does lead the league in goals, but Misa, McDavid, and Draisaitl all hit at least 60. McKenna was up there as well. That's nuts, man. Defensively, obviously, Bouchard is going to win the Norris. Hughes was up there, Makar, but good to see Brock Cripps' name in the conversation. Winningest goaltender, Ivan Kovic, Lou Vaharenstam in Chicago, and Stuart Skinner. Shutout leader with 8 was Tyler Brennan. Leafs legend Tyler Brennan. Save percentage king amongst starters, Ilya Nabokov in Colorado. Although Carter George was up there. And of course, the man that we're going to be playing round number 1, our old pal, Lukas Dostal. For the rookies, it looks like it will probably be Hugo Altorn. Jaden Pominville has a chance. But again, we will go another year without a Calder winner. But holy hell. What a season. I do not expect that to translate for the playoffs here. Because we know better. Because we know better. Goodness. But let's take a look at Anaheim before we potentially consider some lineup changes, only because of the special teams. I might just leave it, admittedly. What does Anaheim look like heading into this play? Yeah. Playoff series. Let's just pretend this is an alcoholic beverage because I'm going to need one. This is not likely to go well, is it? Brady Tkachuk. You got Brady Tkachuk with Leo Carlson and Phil Tomasino, William Moore, Trevor Zegras, and Mason McTavish, Cutter Gauthier, Connor McMichael, and Valerian Nichushkin, Kirill Dolzenkov? I thought it was going to be like Dolzenkov. Kirill Dolzenkov, Nathan Gauthier, and Lucas Pettersson. The defense, Pavel Minchikov and Olin Zellweger. Holy shit. With Sam Rinzel and Jackson Lacombe, Noel Stenland, and William Villeneuve. And, of course, the goalie is Dostal with Nathaniel Day behind him. You got Lozon, Halliday, and O'Rourke as scratches. I am going to leave the lines the same because it did make us the second best team in the league. There are some things I would change, but we'll just go with it. We'll just go with it. It's fine for now. Let's be honest. This is not going to go well for us. I think we are a good, regular season sim type of team, but not so much a playoff sim type of team. But let's find out. It is our first ever playoff game. It's against Anaheim. First period of game one is scoreless. Shots are relatively close. That could have been worse. Second period, and we have our first ever playoff goal. It's Hedman. Had to be a Swede. Had to be a Swede. And there we go. 1-0 at the end of 2. Not bad. Third period. Trevor Zegras ties the game after we fail to score on a power play attempt. 10 minutes left here. In a 1-1 hockey game, very close to getting the next goal wins territory. That's exactly where we are. And we're going to go to overtime on top of that. Very close and competitive game. But it is one that Anaheim wins on a short-handed goal from downtown. Sam Rinzel. We failed to score on a power play. They scored immediately after. And then we give up a short-handed goal in overtime. Dostal continues to be the bane of my existence. NHL 25, the year of Lucas Dostal. I will leave the team the same for game number 2, but if we lose this, I'm going to take my best lines approach. First period, 2-2. Hedman on the power play. Misa on the power play. And again, we cannot hold on to a lead. And I hate it. Zegras and Nichushkin. Second period. Now, I said this probably wasn't going to go well. But there's a difference between it not going well and us getting absolutely embarrassed. So, that sucks. Zegras, Lacombe, Tkachuk, and Mason McTavish. We are down 6-2. Heading into the third period. Not going too well for us. Rod York gets a goal back. Lehman, that's our fourth power play goal of the game. 6-4. 6-5. Six. We're going to overtime in game number 2. If we just came back from 6-2 down, 6 unanswered goals for the Ducks, by the way, and we lose in overtime here, I might cry. Overtime. Power play. From 6-2 down, the San Francisco Mighty Mice have their first ever playoff win. And it's Michael Misa to save the day. Ow. That is maybe the best comeback in this channel's history. A ridiculous turn of events. Trevor Zegras was still given first star of the game. But we have our first ever win. I probably should have looked at the penalty summary. And hey, guess what? I still can because box scores are available in this year's game. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Five penalties in the first for Anaheim, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in overtime. Look, there's no such thing as a biased official, okay? No such thing. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A double minor in the third period, by the way. A ridiculous game. A 1-1 split. Shout out to Tom on the 50 months, by the way. Welcome back, Tom. Welcome back. Hell of a jersey find, by the way. I forgot to get back to you earlier. I apologize. He's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of. Alrighty. I am still going to look at changing certain things up. The power play will pretty much remain the same anyway, so it really shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be that big of an issue, you know? Shouldn't be. So if we go best lines. McKenna, Misa, Vico, Layman, Reefers, Pare, York, Hedman, Markstrom, Hakela, Gardner, Woolley. Honestly, sure. I'll trust you, coach. Young, Lynn, Haleen, Cripps, Lieb, and Monador. Power play is still Misa, McKenna, Layman. Cool. Cool. I'll trust our coach on this one. It is game number 3 against the Ducks. After a ridiculous comeback, what do we have in store this time? First period, 2-1 Anaheim, Gauthier and Moore, Captain Jar Jar, sandwiched between them. Second period, Jesus Christ, this series is bonkers. Vico and Misa on the power play, 2 goals for the best Connor Mick in the NHL, Connor McMichael. And then Gavin McKenna ties the game. We go to the third period. 4-4, make it 5-4. A power play goal from Markstrom, only for Anaheim to score a power play goal. All right. Sure. Remember how it looked like goaltending was going to be the theme of the series until LOL no? Cutter Gauthier scores late, and Anaheim steals game 3, 6-5. Damn. Damn. Jack with an .870 save percentage and a 4.5 goals against average. When in doubt, turn to a vicious animal. The mongoose is in. The mongoose is in. For game number 4. We shall see if Mongoose can stop a puck. First period. Mongoose cannot stop a puck. Jackson Lacombe and Leo Carlson. Uh-oh. Second period. No goals for us. Uh-oh. We are not able to outscore our troubles. Markstrom makes it 2-1. And now we have a goaltending duel, of course. Brock Cripps has tied the game. And for the third time in 4 games, we go to overtime. Nearly went to overtime in Game 3. They got a late winner from Cutter Gauthier. Shiz. Brady Tkachuk has won the game in overtime. It is 3-2. Your final score. And the Anaheim Ducks have a 3-1 series lead on the San Francisco Mighty Buys. Not ideal. Predictable, maybe, but not ideal. Is there anything we can do? Is there anything we can do? Let's call up Westcott for the moment, just see if it plays him. We'll send down Gardner and Hakala. We'll call up Delmore and Ivanov. Let's get our best players in. We're adding a 74 overall, brother. Hell yeah. So McKenna, Misavico, Lehman, Reefers, Pare, York, Hedman, Markstrom, Delmore, Ivanov, Woolley, Young, Lynn, Aline, Cripps, Westcott, Monador. Ivan Kovic will be back in. Again, we probably shouldn't even be in the playoffs with how lopsided the talent level is on this roster, but can we survive game number 5? First period, 1-0 Anaheim. Brady Tkachuk. Second period, Gavin McKenna on the power play. We're not going down without a fight. We're dead. William Moore makes it 2-1. Power play for the Mighty Buys. Lehman. Immediately offset by Trevor Zegras and Valeri Nichushkin. We made the playoffs for the first time. And that was an important step. But our season is over. Anaheim wins in 5 games. I'm not surprised. Disappointed, perhaps, but not surprised, as we are not a well-rounded team right now in the slightest. I mean, in fairness, we'll never be a well-rounded team. We're a team of specialists. But, again, there is a big talent discrepancy between the top 6 and the bottom 6. But, goaltending. Probably going to blame the defense as opposed to the goaltending itself, because the goaltending was really good in the regular season. But that was pretty bad. Defensively, Lynn did great point-wise. Brock Cripps was terrible. Haleen was terrible. Oh, my God. Austin Young, the Jung, in his first playoff series, he got brutalized. Right wing side, Pare, Woolley, even Markstrom, 2 goals, but a -4. 8 points for Lehman, but a -6. York was a -6. Hedman a -5. We really weren't ready for prime time. Reefers was a -7. Jesus. I mean, we're able to put up some points, but defensively and in terms of goaltending, We are just not built for the playoffs in the slightest. I can't say it's all that surprising. The result, like I said, was pretty expected. But hey, progress, right? Progress. It's good to make the playoffs for the first time. Had we gone kind of one and done, that would have been interesting. Chicago ends up winning the Stanley Cup, as I believe the Rochester Americans have, I think it's now 3 straight Calder Cups. So the Amerks' run of dominance continues. But Chicago, led by, of course, Connor Bedard, Matt Boldy, Porter Martone, Roman Kantsarov, Luv Harenstam in goal, who was phenomenal, by the way. Keaton Verhoof was a 2-way. I knew I recognized that name. I just couldn't remember if it was because he was an OFD that we didn't take. But Chicago ends up beating Philadelphia via sweep. No revenge for 2010 for the Flyers, as Edmonton pretty easily dispatched of Anaheim in the next round anyway. So yeah, Chicago, first Western Conference champion since 2027. And indeed, 3 straight titles in the AHL for the Rochester Amerks. Michael Misa wins the Art Ross Trophy for the first time. I can't believe that. He also won the Hart. Evan Bouchard makes it 3 straight Norris Trophies. Misa won the Bing as well. Calder goes to Altorn in Colorado. Bedard, the Conn Smythe. Dostal, the Vezina, as well as the Jennings. Smith, for the second time in 3 years, wins the Masterton. Sens coach wins the Jack Adams. Selke to Connor Bedard. Michael Misa, the Ted Lindsay Award, and the Rocket Richard, 5 years running, to David Pasternak. In the AHL, Taylor Radish scored the most points. Dude named Rolison was the MVP. Guy named Bang was the top goal scorer. Dude named Alexi was the top rookie. Juuso Valimaki, top defenseman. Isaiah Saville again wins goaltender of the year. I was going to say rookie of the year, which was not that, because that was back over there. The different order messes with my brain sometimes. And Engage Gonsalves is the MVP of the playoffs. So, seeing Boldy on the Hawks made my eye twitch. Yeah, that's not a very pleasant sight for any Minnesota fans, I'm sure. So again, McKenna's looking great. Ivan Kovic, Misa, Layman developed skilled up, which is cool. It doesn't help too much. Vico, nearly a full house. Cripps develops born leader and is up to an 85. Lynn, of course, third eye. Hedman, of course, got the silver schnipe. We'll see if he keeps it. I mean, we definitely got some development here, though. And in the AHL, Kuba went up by a couple points. That's not bad. Yeah, we definitely got some like low elites and medium elites that are just not going to make the cut, unfortunately. But it will be our latest draft pick that we have had yet. Again, not a lottery pick. The Buffalo Sabres maintain their number 1 spot. Let's see, retired players. Mika Zibanejad's gone. Nuge, Stone, Hurdle, Horvat. Horvat retired early, too, compared to some of the other series that we've done. Victor Hedman's gone. Matheson, Darnell Nurse. And in goal, Georgiev, Bennington, John Gibson, Matt Murray, amongst others. Bo Horvat becomes a coach. Brett Pesce is scout. See if we end up bringing in either of them. All right, and that brings us to the 2031 draft. We'll see who's available to us. Obviously, we don't have to worry about any top players. Pick number 27. Jesus. All right, well, what a tease. We start off potentially with Lionel Domingue, but again, he's 6'3". Can't trust it. Nathaniel Byers, that's not amazing. Alex Svitov might be worth the risk. Confirmed playmaker Franklin Vandermeer. Well, right now, he's the guy. Sorry to the Latvian. Vandermeer's the guy right now. Radek. Kato would have been awesome. All way. Oh, my God. There's so many, like, two-ways this year. Goalie Russ Welch. Not that we need a goalie, but not bad. Quinn Hurd. Sniper Raimo Huvenen. Medium 9. Antoine Briere. I think we have our guy. If we're not going to go for the goalie, at least. Yeah, we got our guy. We got our guy. Let's go for Franklin Vandermeer. 66 overall, medium, top 6. Not bad at all. Just as good as who the Ducks ended up with. So, he's a decent skater. He's got some work to do otherwise, but he's all right. Pick number 60. Who the hell do we have now? Goalies. There is a medium elite still, Maximus Pettinger. There's also a medium starter projected to go soon, Mats Lindgren. Defensively, a potential OFD, Vyacheslav Dadonov. Or Dadonov, if you're a person of culture. Chase Panay might also be decent, but really not much going on defensively. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe we go for a low 4, but there isn't even anybody there. Or medium 6 for that matter. I mean, there is Colton Bennett. A- puck skills, D skating. Okay, that's really weird. Right wing side, Jordan Holmberg. Apparently really good puck skills. 2 years out. Hello. I think we'll be looking at Jordan Holmberg here in a minute. Not too much else going on. Left wing side, Dale Begris might be decent. We might look at Tuomo Nurminen a little bit later on. Low 6, Kari Koistinen. And then centers, yeah, this was a really good year for two-way forwards. Not so much for us. All right. Well, if we look at the projected list, we are looking at the Donoff on defense. Holmberg, it's got to be Holmberg, right? I mean, 2 years out. Yeah. It's got to be Jordan Holmberg. We just got to hope he's actually a sniper. And he's a playmaker. That works too. 70 overall, medium elite in the second round. He is 19. His skating is trash. But his puck skills category is actually really, really good. So that's tremendous circuitry. I did see it, actually, yeah. Honestly, 2 for 2 so far in this draft. Holmberg's a phenomenal pick. Holy hell. I mean, he's probably better than Vandermeer. The 93rd overall pick. Oh, boy. Who's next? Koistinen. As a confirmed low 6, 3 years out at 20 years old. If it's not him, though, we're way down the board. So, Koistinen it is. Kari Koistinen. 65, low 6. Yeah, I mean, if he was 18, it'd be better. Next up. Let's go on an OFD, medium 7th. We are looking at Colton Bennett. Yep, that's the guy. Colton Bennett, come on down. Hey, oh my God, medium 4. He was 3 out of 4 accuracy to be a medium 6. 19 years old, 62 overall, medium 4. God damn. We're actually getting some half-decent steals here in this draft. Honestly, that's a pretty solid top 4, given how late in each round we're picking. Can we make it 5 for 5 with good players for us in this draft? Next up is Dale Bigris. Ooh, If it's not him, it's the goalie out of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Maximus Pettinger. Yeah, it's one of those two. So, Bigris looks like a big-time project. How good is Pettinger? Also a pretty big project, but when in doubt, we'll take the medium league goalie. So welcome in Maximus Pettinger, 56 overall at 19 years old. For the goalie out of Bosnia. Herzegovina. We are 5 for 5 in this draft. Can we go 6 for 6? We only got one dude left on the board. It's another goaltender, the Ukrainian Andrei Nazarov. Another medium elite. He's only a 47. But I'd argue we're 6 for 6 with a hit on every single selection so far. And round number 7. Oh, boy. Well, we got a 5'9" defenseman. I do believe he could actually be a usable player for us. Marvin Bureau. Garrett Horton. I'm thinking we take the prey here just because I could really use another defenseman, you know? We'll just hope for the best. Old Maxime Depre. Looks like he might be shit, but you know what? Going for him. He was an OFD, but he's only a 53 overall, medium 7th. But I would say that was our first miss of the draft, and it took until the 7th round. That was one of our better overall draft classes, honestly. So we're making the playoffs now as the second best team in the NHL, losing in the first round. We're following that up with a pretty damn good draft class. Couple of goalies in the mix now. I think now is the time we can let go of Hronek. He's not a bad AHL goalie, but he really has no future. That trade value, the potential's not going to go up or get trained up any higher. But he got 92 NHL games out of it with 5 wins. That's not bad. Honestly, I mean, Coyle's a good AHL level goalie, but it might make more sense to play these two. That way we can do the off-season development. Yeah, I think we're going to let go of Coyle here as well. 69th overall pick in 2024. That bonus draft, but he's gone. And we will sign Maximus Pettinger, as well as Andrei Nazarov. So I am good with that. Defensively, we got to bring back Lieb, who's probably never going to be anything overly special, but hey, still bring him back. Bennett played for Nuremberg. So we'll sign him, play him in the AHL. And then Dupre was in junior. Yeah, so there's really no point in signing him right now. Right wing side, Holmberg. I mean, dude, 70 overall at 19, medium elite in the second round. What a pick. Immediately sign him up. York needs his first big boy contract. Welcome back, Roddy. Gardner, I'm still going to hold on to. Still going to hold on to this guy. Just in case. Vandermeer. Played for Assat, so we can sign him for the AHL. Koistinen, He's 20 years old, so it doesn't matter. We'll sign him anyway. And then down the middle, a couple of guys to re-sign. Vico. It's his first big-time contract. 5x4 would be pretty good. Reefers, by the way, jumps up to an 80. Not bad. Looking like a pretty solid third-line center. Dmitriev, this guy's tragic. I mean, he's gone. Yeah, second round in that bonus fictional 2024 draft. Time for him to go. Time for him to go. But again, the team's looking pretty good. No real complaints at all. We're looking pretty good.